Let's see what we got on Team Blue. We actually got, let's go in the wrong direction. We got actual Team Blue. We got ourselves Athoman. We got Kryzer himself. Dex, gonna be playing the Dwarf. Purple Haze is the DH, and another Paladin, Zan. That's gonna be Team Blue. That's actually Team Alliance, not just Team Red, which is colors of blue. Oh, versus Team Red with Divas, Catch again. We got ourselves Luddy, replacing Luddy for somebody. Lies in here, and Obliv didn't get to play last time, but he's going to try to see if he can play this time. Obliv, the Fire Mage versus Athoman off the bat. Is that going to be his adaptation? Oh, I do dig the Magma, man. That's kind of a small sword. Is going to be adaptation immediately out of Atho. Does force it out. That's going to be Obliv actually bailing out of there. Was that a normal blink? That must have been a normal blink. I think he went for a Hodge. That's going to be a big old meteor with a Phoenix, with a Fireball. And Atho is just going to use the small line of sight we have in order to heal right before gearing up to get some big damage to Obliv. Temporal coming down immediately. And Athoman is going to try to pump him full of damage. Maybe get a Maledict in there to reduce the healing. Another Polymorph coming on to Athoman as Obliv just trying to get himself a little bit of a reset. We're coming down on Atho. Not going to hold him down. It's going to seal that Hand of Freedom immediately for a second freeze. Double freeze with a Fireball to follow. It's going to go for big combustion, big damage. Fire Blaster coming out, but Atho is going to line him completely. But Obliv is going to blink right on top of him. Not going to have a blink for stuns. He's going to be able to trick it out of it. Continue to just struck Fire Blast at Atho. Lots of damage. And Ram, my man. How you doing, my dude? Holy shit. Obliv is just continuing to sink those Phoenixes in there from time to time whenever he has an edge. Is gonna blink and actually interrupt an Athoman on the holy. Athoman's gonna land the slow immediately and bail out. He's gonna have the slow with the Sword of Justice, I think. Is that what it is? Blade of Justice? BJ? Fireball to follow as Obliv is getting, I think he's playing for the Fireball playstyle that gets his combustion back faster. Or maybe that's just Tinder. Is he gonna go for Fireball? No, it doesn't reduce his combustions, but it is a nice build. That's going to be Athoman actually waiting out for the Temporal a little bit. Not going to commit a lot of big damages. A meteor coming down on his head is going to have a lot of resources available for Obliv. He does blink out, and Athoman decides, you know what, I'm going to stay with this. I do have a Shield of Vengeance up and running. Obliv is going to get that Ice Bucket a little bit early, interrupting Athoman on a cast. Is going to breath him to follow with a Fireball after. Still has that Shield to burn through. It's still going to be a Bubble and Bop available for Atho. So Obliv is not going to have the Ice Bucket as he gets chugged down by Athoman from big Templar Verdict. Big damage. Hodge coming down, blinks out of it, and Atho is there. He is ready to move with him on those blinks every time he gets a stun on him. That's going to be another breath onto Atho. Maybe Obliv can steal that shield. Might actually want to. He does steal that shield. Double shield for a second. Atho burns through it so quickly. Atho barely has any health. Scorches are coming out. Gonna Obliv maybe burst him down. Atho is going to get a massive heal there. Obliv might have that Cauterize coming down very, very soon. It's going to blink a little bit early. Atho is going to have that adaptation force out of him pretty early. Is going to get a root. Trying to go for that Hand of Freedom. Nope, not going to be able to steal it. Atho just has the wings. Big damage. Atho's going to get lots of Power Blast chucked at him. Atho is just getting obliterated right now by Obliv, but that bubble is going to stay in for a moment. Now it's really up to Obliv to see if he's going to survive this. Has a shield. Execute Sense to follow him. Continue to stay alive. Has a trigger for that Hodge, and actually not out of the game. He's going to drop a Meteor on top of Athoman's head. Going to do a lot of damage. Has Cauterize if he needs to. Is Athoman going to try to cast near him? Is he going to throw that hammer in there? Not even going to be Cauterize. Fire Blast actually obliterates Athoman. Obliv actually obliterate Atho without dying. Forced out a bubble and everything. Give this man an honor duel, I swear to God. Zan, I swear to God. Oh my God. Oh, he deserves an honor duel for that one. Maybe Obliv can take on a second Paladin, dude. I don't know what he's got. I don't know what he has. Actually, Zan is going to do it. He's actually going to give him the honor duel. It's actually going to give him the honor duel. Yes, that is how you do it. I've never seen a mage do a Paladin like that. He's playing such a weird playstyle. He has the original blink, not even a shimmer. He's like mage from literally old school vanilla, maybe somewhere like between Mr. Pandaria, Warlord's Jenner kind of mix. Is going to get a breath onto Zan. Not going to be adaptation playstyle out of Zan, but it's still, no, it is going to be adaptation. Learning from Atho directly is going to get a Hand of Freedom. It's going to be a spell for Obliv. Or maybe Zan actually dispels it himself so Obliv doesn't get it. Maledict onto Zan right now as a big Micha was going to come down. Hodge coming in for Zan, but Obliv is going to blink out of it. Temporal coming down, no dampening quite yet. So he's actually going to be able to get all his health back. Try to see if he can land an interrupt on him. Is going to get all that health back up and running. Does Obliv have anything to follow though? Zan still has wings though. That's still a lot of damage. Misses his rebuke. And actually going to go for bubble so he doesn't get hit with a polymorph. Trying to catch up to Obliv as he does blink away. And Obliv, maybe he can go for something. Does he have anything left? Does get a freeze into Zan. Needs to go for a shield of some sort. And that's going to be down for Zan. That's going to be Kachika trying to disrupt Zan before he can maybe get a bubble up. Does he get enough damage in there? Zan is not going to have a bubble, but it is going to have a bob for Kachika. This Kachika is just going to try to slaughter this guy, cleave him through, cleave him right in half. Zan is preparing to hit that bop any moment, trying to maintain his health as best as possible with those flash of lights that he does get a proc. Big bop coming down, and Kachika is just going to bail out of that situation. Zan is going to catch a reset, but out of this, he's out, man. He got a trinket, he got adaptation, which Kachika doesn't have any reason to hit him with CC, except maybe War Stomp, and you're not going to add up that no matter how hard you try. Unless you have a human racial, actually. So technically, he does have a way out of it. Going to be tricking out Kachika, and he's going to play adaptation of his own as well. Playing that add-up right now against the Paladins is going to get the shortest stun ever into a massive cleave down. Second Pally goes down, just trying to avenge Obliv with massive damage. Blink better than Shimmer for heavy CC fights. I love Blink. It's so good, dude. It's so good. Obliv is making mages look amazing. Purple Haze, the Demon Hunter. The hard counter that Purple Haze has for Kachika is ridiculous. I would say it's as hard of a counter as a Paladin to a Mage. You normally would think that Mage can just kite a Pally around. And while that is true, Paladin's got so much damage in a 1-on-1 situation that I don't really know what you can do, honestly. But Purple Haze, though, the playstyle that he has, the way that Demon Hunter is constructed for Kachika is literally the worst nightmare. He's going to get a charge heal while Enraged Regeneration was running, but now he's going to be without any defensives. All he has is adaptation, and Purple Haze's stuns are short enough where Kachika can't really do anything about it. So Purple can actually control Kachika unless he gets the Blaze Storm through that stun. Is going to be able to avoid it completely. I've been coming out for Purple Haze does let himself in Demonic, and that's still so much damage, so many Annihilates coming out. Purple Haze chooses to go for the big Metamorphosis with a Reflect. Oh no, with a Maledict onto Kachika. No Reflect is seen from Caddom. Is going to try to leap away from Purple. Maybe he can get a charge off him while Blur is down. Is going to go for first aid right behind the pillar. Purple is not going to give him a moment of respite. And that's going to be Kachika. Try to see if he can get it some big damage. Is going to pop in some cooldowns. Charge off of Purple. Does get a reflect, but apparently the stun cannot be reflected. Or maybe he got it off just a little bit late as it was double stun. But Purple does force out the adaptation out of Kachika. He's barely hanging on. Commanding Shout coming out, but down he goes. Not a lot of health that he could really work with. The adaptation play was an interesting one, but it wasn't quite enough. That's going to be next. It's going to be Luddy. It is going to be Luddy. The Destro Warlock going to land a Cataclysm a little bit early into Purple Haze. Does he go for a Shadow Meld? Did he just Shadow Meld that? I think he might have just Shadow Melded that towards the end. No, Count Flag should have still went through them. So maybe he did get hit by a Count Flag. Going to be stunned. Luddy has a pet CC to follow up with. Is he going to go for it? Got a purple CC Purple Haze right now. Going to waste his time while in meta. While in Demonic, gonna go with Incinerates. Incinerate with an Emulate to follow, Count Flag to root him in place. Gonna go for some big damage though. It's gonna be Fear onto Purple with a Chaos Shadow Fear to follow. Second Chaos already loaded up. Incinerate afterwards. And Purple is caught at about half. What? I think he DC'd. I think Purple DC'd. Yeah. Weird. Alright, so now we get a real duel. Luddy is going to try to land that opener. Is going to re-cataclysm. Purple is going to be playing behind for a little bit. It's going to be in prison onto Luddy, but that's going to be pet CC. Fake DC? You think it was a fake DC? I don't think it was a fake DC, dude. I don't think it was a fake DC. If it was, though, that's probably the most clever move ever. I've never seen that in this duel before. Gonna be a horror effect into a Casmo. Purple is gonna proc his blur by disengaging out. Was that the real blur? I don't think that was a real blur, too. I'm pretty sure that was Vengeful Retreat blur, which is one of the talents that Demon Hunters do have. Doesn't interrupt Luddy on a cast, but not a Casbolt cast, so he's still free to cast spells. Looks like it was a Fear interrupt. Gonna get a Fear onto Purple. Gonna get a trick out of him. It's gonna be Casbolt, so you just start flying for Luddy. Try to see if he can let a stun, but Purple is going to go for a stun before him. Ivan to follow, Blade Dance to follow, is going to maintain and recover himself with all the Leech. Going to be a Fear out in the open, and Luddy doesn't have damage to follow up. Going to land the shortest Fear ever. Charisma to follow onto Purple. Does he? No, he doesn't get to. I thought he shot him out there, but it doesn't look like he did. It's going to be a port for Luddy as his health is really not looking that good. Purple Haze is doing a decent job recovering. That's going to be a horror effect onto Purple with another Casbolt to follow, immolate, incinerate. That's going to be imprisoned onto Luddy. Purple, maybe he has something right now. He doesn't have big metamorphs yet, but he can't get the stun, get the I-beam, wombo combo to follow. It's going to be Pet CC immediately. Not even going to let him get any of that leech rolling. Luddy should be setting up for big damage. Massive Cataclysm onto Purple. He's going to try to leap away. He's going to run by and stun everybody. He actually might be getting a lot of healing off of that effect. I do wonder. But it's going to be Purple. He's going down to Luddy. Nothing you can do against the Destro Warlock. Dex is up next. Can he deal with the Destro Warlock this time? Can he do it? He's just walking up to him. I think he's just letting him on a... Yeah, he's letting him on a duel. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. You got Divas, you got La all supporting him. Here's some heals, boy. Here's some heals, boy. Yeah. He's gonna go for that bow. Dex is gonna go for that bow most likely too. I think they're ready, man. I can't... Okay, there we go. I was thinking maybe they're trying to flirt. Maybe Dex trying to go in for the kiss. Or maybe it's like a real duel or something. I couldn't tell. If you're trying to come out on Dex, he's going to get that Berserker's Rage going a little bit early. That's going to be Luddy popping in Dark Souls. It's going to be Infernal. Infernal finally see some action today. It's going to be Fear to follow. Does have Reflect, I think, for a second. Trying to interrupt. It doesn't interrupt Reflect. But Casbolt's going to fly out. Is going to get his own Fear rolling off of that. It's going to be Luddy tricking out of it. Maledict onto Dex. Trying to let it Fear. Not going to happen. Bladestorm is stopping it. It's going to get that Rage Regeneration rolling a little bit late. But he's going to whore it out. He's going to break out of it with a Trinket. Does get a charge heal off of Luddy. It's going to be Casbolt off of that stun. Barely alive. Barely hanging in. The Bloodthirster coming out back to back. Trying to get in rage. That's going to be Fear. That's going to send him running into Casbolt to finish it off. And Luddy does snipe that one out. Kreiser is the last man standing on Team Alliance. There's 3 more to go. There's going to be Luddy. Destruction. He's going to have to blow every cooldown in. Then there's going to be La, a Shadow Priest. Then there's going to be also Divas and Enhancement Shaman. So there's going to be a variety of different classes that he's going to have to play up against. That's going to be a lot of guys to get through. How he's going to manage his cooldowns is going to be interesting. Going to be an early interrupt out of Luddy as Kaiser is trying to land that Casbolt in there. Not going to happen. Emulates is coming out for both of the pets. It's going to be Green Fire versus Red Fire. You guys cast your votes right now. Who do you think is going to win? Is Casbolt flying out for Kaiser? Is going to be able to land the first one out. Does have a good line of sight. Does have a pillar to play around. And it's going to stump up Luddy onto that interrupt on Fear. Luddy's trying to land a Casbolt of his own. But Kaiser got the best position possible. Playing by the pillar. Playing by the tombstone in the middle. It's going to have that as a line of sight. Both of these guys have CC to follow. It's going to be horror effect to Fear onto Kaiser. It's going to banish the pet. But Luddy actually does get to LOS with that Fear path in Kreiser completely. So Kreiser's not going to be able to follow up any kind of CC off that. Luddy is now in the moment of opportunity. He's going to be able to, not going to be able to do anything. Both of these guys got the worst path for the horrors and fears, and Luddy is also going to be playing that line of sight as best as possible. Needs to maintain the immolates on both of their pets. Luddy's actually going to pull his pet back a little bit. He's going to try to DPS Kreiser's pet just by a moment. Going to be Infernal coming down. Kreiser is going to land a Cataclysm on everybody. Luddy and his pet. Luddy's going to turn around with a Casbolt back into Kreiser right now. Doesn't have as big a damage. Kreiser's supposed to go for the big setup. It's going to be banished onto Luddy's pet, so you can't interrupt him. Fear coming down to Kreiser with a Casbolt to follow. Shadow Fury, as Luddy has wall up and running, cannot be interrupted for it. Is going to try to sink as much damage into Kreiser. Horror effect to follow onto Luddy. And it's going to be Casbolt. No, he actually chose not to Casbolt. I think he wanted to manage the pen instead. Try not to get interrupted. Luddy still is taking a lot of damage from that Infernal. Kreiser is going to smack him with a Maledict. Luddy is not going to have any kind of healing. But Kreiser is kind of out of juice right now. Out of juice with that Infernal being down. Cataclysm around the corner. Does get interrupted on it. Luddy is pushing up to get some damage rolling of his own. Does he have a good setup? He probably has a horror. Maledict to follow. Intercom flag. Does get stunned by Kreiser. That's going to be Casbolt. Trick us out of it late. It's going to land Kreiser running, but it's going to get interrupted onto his Casbolt. Kreiser's trying to finish him off with a come flag. Does land and immolate onto Luddy. He's trying to drain life for his life. Is that going to be enough though? Barely has any health. That is actually taking down on him. Needs to get more drain lives in there, and come flag does take him out. Does Kreiser have anything left against the rest of these boys? Wait, are they really just gonna let Kreiser get the full drain life? Wait, you could drain Law. I think that's why Law is going up to his face. Like, hey, you could drain me. At this point, I think, I don't really know what Kreiser... They're just trying to be so polite to one another, but it is a 5v5 1v1 duel. You guys are more than welcome to do it however you want to. You don't have to be polite, but I'm glad you guys are being. That's going to be big thunder onto Kreiser. Trick us out of it immediately. Feeling a lot of pressure right now. It's going to get a horror effect onto Divas rolling. Divas no longer with a trinket, but that's a big ascendance rolling. Kreiser is going to land a Casbolt and a big damage from Divas. Able to reach Kreiser so far away. Stun into Casbolt to follow. Does have a wall to keep him defended, but Divas is just pumping big damage. Big Storm Strike procs for Divas right now. Just flying from so far away. So much for a melee class. And he's able to obliterate Kreiser from a distance, and Rock Biter finishes him off. Nothing Kreitzer had for that moment at the very, very last portion of that duel. That's all he had to work with. God damn, boys. God damn, boys. That was good. I like that set, dude. I like that set of duel. Hell yeah.